Hello everyone, I'm Stuti Agarwal and welcome back to Investing Advisors channel. So in the previous video, we talked about the basics of technical analysis and the different chart patterns that exist. So for this video, we would be talking about the indicators that you can make use of for doing the technical analysis. So let's begin. So these are the four types of technical indicators that exist. First one is the trend indicator, then we have momentum indicator, then we have volatility indicator, and lastly we have the volume indicator. So let's go through each one of them. So the trend indicator basically tells you in which direction the market is moving in and if there is a trend at all. So over here I've taken the moving average 20-day close and a moving average of 200-day close. This moving average would basically take a 20-day candle into consideration to give you sort of a average line over here to tell you the direction in which the price is being moving and the momentum is. And then I have also taken a medium-term perspective, the moving average of 200 days close. So this would take previous 200 days candles into consideration to give you an average of how the price has been moving. So the pink line over here signifies the moving average of 200 days close, and the blue line is for the moving average 20 days close. So as you can see over here that for March 2020, the price, which are the candles over here, the price moved below the moving average 20-day close and the moving average of 200-day close. So moving average 20-day close is basically for the shorter term, and 200 days is for medium term, you can say. And also over here, as you can see right now, as of August of 2021, the price is moving above the pink line, which is the moving average 200-day close, and the 20-day close is somewhat near the recent price, which is there. So which signifies that the in the medium term, the Bank Nifty is moving a little bit bullish. And over here in March 2020, it was bearish in the short term as well as in the medium term. So secondly, we come to momentum indicators. Momentum indicators are used to determine the strength or weakness of a stock's price. Momentum basically measures the rate of the rise or the fall of the stock price. So over here, I've taken RSI, which is the Relative Strength Index, into consideration. This is the Bank Nifty chart again. And so RSI is by default, it is set at 14, which means that it is taking previous 14 days candle into consideration while making these kind of lines. So maximum and minimum is so the minimum for the range is 0 and the maximum for the range is 100, and the part which is highlighted over here is 30 to 70. So 30 is the situation of oversold and 70 is the situation for overbought. So this basically means that as the price is moving, when the RSI touches 30 or is below 30, it means that it is an oversold condition. At this point, you can probably buy the stock, if so. And as you can see over here as well, in the April of 2021, the Bank Nifty's RSI just touched 30. And when the RSI is at 70, it means that the price is at overbought condition. So over here, as you can see, near around like February or January, the Bank Nifty was at overbought condition as it had moved just above 70. So thirdly, we have volatility indicators, which measures how far the security stretches away from its mean price, higher or lower. So over here I've taken Bollinger Band into consideration. So Bollinger Band basically, by default, it is set at 20, which means 20-day close, and 2 is the standard deviation. You can change it. You can make this, probably you can change 20 as 30, 40 or whatever you like. It basically gives you a sense of the mean. And for the standard deviation, you can take 3 standard deviation, 4 standard deviation according to you. So this is the mean line, which is right now at 20-day close, and the standard deviation that we have taken is 20, which is the upper band is plus 2 standard deviation, and the lower band is minus 2 standard deviation. So this basically gives you a sort of a range in which the stock or the underlying is expected to go. So previously, so as you can see over here as well, that Bank Nifty has respected the Bollinger Band quite efficiently in the recent past. So as it was dropping over here in near like mid-March, it was just it had touched the lower band, and also it bounced back from it, and then it had touched the upper band over here, and then it was just moving well in between the Bollinger Bands. Then lastly, we have the volume indicators, which are used to determine the balance between the securities demand and supply. The different types of volume indicators are Chaikin oscillator, OBV, ROCV, etc. So this is the chart for Bank Nifty again, and over here I've made use of some of the tools which are the basic lines and horizontal line or probably the vertical lines. So over here I've drawn a few lines. Basically, lines are drawn on the amount of touches that the price has given you. So as you can see over here, that right now in the recent past, Bank Nifty has been well into consolidation phase. So I've drawn line over here and over here. It is very subjective. It changes from every trader to trader. Everyone has got a different sense of how they look at the charts. I tend to draw tools for the medium term and not too short term. I also just put my chart into daily, as I don't do intraday trades. If you are into day trading, then you can make use of the RD charts. If you are probably swing trading, then you can make use of daily charts. Or if you're just investing for the long term, then you can make use of the monthly charts or the weekly charts as well. So before I close this video, I would like to highlight few of the things that you should remember before you start practicing technical analysis. So firstly, keep the chart simple and easy to read. You should only use like 2 to 3 indicators so as to read it quite efficiently. Then use very few indicators. I would suggest you to use 1 to 2, one momentum indicator, one trend indicator. Then backtest your strategy and setup. So backtesting basically means that you are using a strategy. You are just choosing one strategy. Let's suppose you're choosing trend analysis or trend indicators. Then you can backtest on the particular stock that you have taken. Let's suppose that you've taken a Reliance stock. Then it is not every time that a stock would be respecting your kind of strategy. So you should first backtest it so as to reassure that if the stock is correct with the kind of strategy that you would be using. Don't stick to a strategy if it does not work. So if probably Bollinger Band or moving average is not working good for you, then you can change your strategy. You can look into 2-3 more strategies if so. Try before you buy. So always a paper trade before you are using a strategy. So if let's suppose that you're using a Bollinger Band, then you should probably take 2-3 trades just as a paper trade, and then you can apply it in real. Then make use of a stop loss to avoid big losses. Even though you might consider that your technical analysis is very efficient and would give you good returns, but there are black swan events as well. You should keep that in mind, and you should always make use of stop losses to avoid big losses. And always respect your trading system and don't deflect from it. If let's suppose your strategy, which has proven in past as well, if it is telling you to just use Bollinger Band 20-day close, and this is the point at which you really have to exit your position, you really need to respect your system at that point of time and not just behaviorally act in another way. So that's it for this video. I hope you really liked it. And there are a lot of other indicators or chart patterns that I might not have covered. But if there is something in particular that you would like me to cover, then do let me know in the comment section. And I would be also coming up with more such videos. Do like and share it with your friends. Thank you.